Okay, you guys are able to see everything okay? Good, good, good. Alright. Hey lads and ladies, I'm the Jawesome one, and welcome to Build Order for Age of Empires 2. I'm really bad at this game. Really bad at this. I lost all the skills that I had learned previously, but in the last video I played this with Ranger and we sort of competed to see if we can get our build order down and get it down good. But now I'm going to do something a bit different. I made a huge mistake. And I think that was playing with the game speed on fast, right? And me and him trying to compete to see how well we can do. I was expecting I would at least maybe get a D or maybe a C. I wasn't expecting to get nothing but Fs the whole time as my only grade. So that tells me that I am really far back on what I need to do. So I went and I looked up the Zero Empires build order video, and I learned a couple of tips that I needed to know for getting started. It was just, I was making just a huge mistake. So now things are different. I'm going to see if I do better this time. So I am playing this on slow speed, and that's going to affect things quite a bit. Yeah, minimum vil requirement. Final benchmark includes all previous. Final grade is limited by the previous benchmark scores. So yeah, that was a huge mistake of mine.
This is a
there we go.
For double range archers. Your first benchmark will be to click feudal with 23.
There we go. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is have the scout cavalry move down here. And then as soon as he finds that last one, there we go. And then just have her move around.
Your
Actually,
6 villagers should gather sheep.
there we go. So these two are building the first two houses. He's going to take down that first sheep there. Yeah, he's going to immediately find the next couple of villagers in a second here. Another thing I should probably do is at that very start of the game, that very initial point, I could probably control group these two as well. These three, that way as soon as the house gets built, I can just simply hit H hit H, press 2 and right click the sheep, and then they'll immediately move to it. It'll make it easier for me to focus on what my scout is doing. Just a little bit easier. I don't need too many sheep kind of gathered underneath that, really.
Now send the next 4 villagers to wood.
Yeah, send the next 4 villagers onto wood. And he's about to go and scout that out for me, which is brilliant. I actually didn't even intend to plan that out, but that is just beautiful how that turned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that positioned on the wood line, and all my villagers are going to be on order to go and pick out what's on the wood line. There we go. Instead of being tasked to help him build that, because that's a huge mistake that I make. Is I'll want to task the TC to be lazy, so I don't have to manually tell a villager to focus on constructing the building. But if I end up doing that, then what ends up happening is I'll have villagers that get stuck on the building, and they'll end up doing nothing. There we go. Yikes! I didn't realize I was that far behind on that. Oops. Yikes! That was a huge mistake. So already my scout has pretty much got everything covered. There is some gold over here though that I need to scout it out further, because there's a really good place to build the mining camp later on. I need to have that scouted good and proper. But now what's supposed to be the extra hard part is doing with the boar and then these berries, right? Because they're in opposite directions. Normally if the boar are close to the berries, then you would have the person who's out to go and lure the boar also build like a house here real quick. I think that's... it's either the person that goes to the berries gets it, or the person who goes to the boar. There we go.
Now
perfect.
Send the next villager to lure the boar, then add 1 more villager to sheep.
There you go. So yeah, he's going to go after the boar. Look how perfect that timing is, just as they're getting started on that last sheep, which means by the time he brings that boar in, that last sheep is going to be dead. It's just, it's so perfect. Okay, now move that onto the berries. So as soon as he comes out for the berries, he's gonna go for the berries, and he's gonna go for the boar. Oh, what are you doing? There we go.
Now send the next 4 villagers to berries.
There! Beautiful. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I should have. Yikes. Okay, now's the time to pick up loom, right? Because they're hunting down that boar, and boar takes a little while to go through. So now is actually the perfect time.
Send a villager out to lure the second boar.
Right, right. Eventually. Okay, you're gonna go out and get that second boar now. And this may be a little bit preemptive, but I'd rather be preemptive than super late and end up making a huge mistake, you know? Oh, please get away from that hill before the boar gets to you. Oh, man. Wait, what are you doing? Why did you stop there? I sent you all the way over here. There we go. Yeah, and as soon as I hear that hush, oh, see, there we go. That's what I was telling you guys about. They get stuck on the building, and they just sit there. They just sit there. They just sit there, menacingly. No. So there we go. Click to feudal. I need to reach 23 population space. I'm actually going to take one of them off the boar and send it over to wood, right? Because this next villager that comes out, he's just going to be up positioned on the boar. Nope, build the house first.
Now send the next villager to boar, and also build one farm with one of the villagers from boar.
Yeah, so this begins the transition to farms off the boar. As you can see here, I still have 4 sheep in case anything goes wrong, and I still need to like urgently gather more food. Okay, but I'm gonna start sending a whole bunch more over to wood.
Now send the rest to wood, and build a second lumber camp after you have 6 villagers on the first.
Yeah, actually, I need to send 2 more over here. There we go. And normally this isn't even how you'd play like an actual regular game, right? Because if you try to do that, well, what ends up happening is, you know, somebody could do something like tower rush you, you know. So you need to have like scouting and stuff like that figured out. But this is just to focus on the build order. I need to learn that. I'm struggling a lot to keep up with the build order. As long as I can get to an A or a B on this, then I can start playing around with other strategies. But as I am right now, I'm just simply not good enough, not in my own eyes. Not in my own opinion. Okay, so we're about done with that boar there, so you guys put that away. Go beat up the rest of the sheep, beat them to death. gotta send that sheep a little bit further away. He will be right here. Yeah, I actually use the mouse wheel, by the way. I use the mouse wheel to scroll down to find an idle villager, and mouse wheel scroll up to find an idle military. That's actually how I have my hotkey set up. So whenever you hear this, yeah. I'll admit I'm doing actually a bit more waiting around than I would have liked. Oh yeah, I also need to have loom. Oh, I already picked up loom. That's right.
Now make sure you research loom before clicking feudal with 23 pop.
Yep. Ah, no. No, you don't. I saw that. Did you see that? He was about to take down that sheep. This is why I really, really hate how dumb the AI can be. Like, that would have been such a waste of food. Like, so much food would have gone to waste that way. I just hate that. I really, truly hate that.
Now move more villagers to wood, so that you have
Yep.
11 on wood.
Well,
Also
let's
move
see.
3 villagers to gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 up here, and I actually have 6 up here. So I'll take 1 off of wood and send her over to gold. And I'll take 1 off the sheep, because obviously we have too many on the sheep here. And, you know what, I'll take another 1 off the sheep and send it over to gold. Send them over to gold. There. So now I have 3 on gold. Okay. There we go. This really does take quite a while, though. Maybe I should play this on normal. Maybe slow was a bit too much. But man, how else am I supposed to learn how to optimize and what that looks like? I ask you. Oh yeah, build the barracks. Yeah, that is a pretty big deal, isn't it? I think you would probably be a good idea. And then I can just put you on that and take you off the sheep. See, we still have like basically a sheep and a half left over from the whole process. So as long as you have 1 to 2 sheep, that's, I guess, a good place to be. I guess. See, like, AI choose such dumb pathing. Why not go for this berry bush, which is literally right next to the thing? Instead, you go for the one where that forces you to have to go all the way around. And it just makes no sense. Like, not all of you are going for the same one for some dumb reason. I seriously, my villagers are just straight up moronic sometimes. I blame the AI. Okay, so see now, as the second we hit the feudal age.
Now immediately place 2 ranges and research double bit axe. Send the next villagers to gold until you have 8 on gold.
Yep. Actually 5. It's gonna be 5 on gold, so there we go. Very specific number to reach, right? Now I could research horse collar right now, but I'm not sure that now is the right time. I think I'm gonna wait until the build order tells me when to do it, because I think that's a better line of advice to follow. Like this farm, for example, right? It's currently at 70, which I think is a perfectly decent place to be at. I guess, I don't know. I'm also gonna need way more houses. I'm gonna have you build this more houses. No, put the wood away, lady. There we go. You 3 finish up that house for me. So now there's time that I've wasted, right? Because I didn't have things perfectly optimized.
Now keep making archers. Build a blacksmith. Then research horse collar before making farms with the villagers from sheep. Your second benchmark is to have 6 archers plus fletching.
Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now it's time for me to research horse collar. Okay. We're about to reach the 6th archer. Cost 45 gold. Oh wow, they're actually way more expensive than I thought.
Once you have enough villagers on gold, the next villagers should all go to farms. So set the TC gather point to nearby straggler trees.
I don't quite yet have the 8 on gold, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, I can actually click the lumber camp now. Okay, so as soon as I hit 50 gold, I can then research this. There we go. So now, from now on, my villagers should be going on to... Yeah. I did research double bit axe, right? Yeah, okay. Did I get horse collar yet? Yes, I did. So now I have 5 people up here.
Your final benchmark is to click up to castle with 26 archers plus fletching.
Six archers plus fletching, which, yeah, I'm actually about to... Oh, I did hit it. I got an E! I got an E. That's better than an F. I got an E grade, not an A, an E. That's crazy. That's actually insane. So that just really makes me wonder exactly what it is I'm doing wrong. Like, seriously, I'm playing this on as slow as possible. But I'm still not moving fast enough to keep up with everything. Is it perhaps because I had too many people on wood? I didn't take anybody off of wood? You know what? I think some of it has to do with this gold, though. I think I placed the gold in a bad spot, and because I had the gather point set here, just everybody was just going to this one spot to get gold. Here we go again. I think that house was a bad spot too, because it's actually proving to be a little bit of an issue. There we go. Yeah. They're not gathering that gold fast enough. This is how to fix that. I think what I needed was just another one of these. Maybe put it around on this side. Get a couple... Yeah.
Now research wheelbarrow before continuing to add more farms. You can also start moving villagers from berries to build farms. Click up to
I've already done.
as you are able.
Click up to castle as soon as I'm able to. Keep in mind that guys like the Viper do this on fast speed. And they're the kind of guys to get a perfect A grade. I don't even know how they do it. I don't. I sincerely don't have a clue. Talent. Talent. Okay, that's interesting. They're both going through the exact same house. It is actually pretty interesting. There we go. The thing that I find so crazy about this is the house building part. That's the part I find to be the most ridiculous. So, but all right. Take care of those trees up there. Now, this takes much longer, actually. This is actually kind of insane. I think we've built enough houses. You guys get back to work, doing whatever. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. We actually lost a woodcutter at some point. I never sent him to go back. I have plenty of people on wood. There we go. Okay, very soon I'll be ready to click up. I'm not even sure I've reached the 26 yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Oh, I'm actually pretty close. I'll actually be there. Oh, wow, hey. Boom. So I'm ready. I got wheelbarrow, I got fletching. Now I've clicked up to Castle Age. Here we go. Why not? Why the hell not? I'll make that food back in no time. Actually, I don't even remember what comes up next. Click castle. Oh, is that the final thing? Yeah, that is. This is actually the final thing, the final part of the mission. I know this took extremely long. Look, I got an F! I got an F! I was doing this on the slowest speed. I managed to reach the goal by 22 minutes. By 22 minutes, and I still got a grade F. I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong. I really don't. I don't. It's hard for me to imagine having done this any more perfectly. Like, seriously. Is it even possible to win these? "22 minutes, 23 minutes. Just how? That makes me mad. You know what? I'm gonna take out my aggression. Oh, it feels so much nicer to play this on fast speed again. Seriously, like, how am I supposed to get an A? How? Do I have to, like, really micro my villagers? Like, constantly move them around? But that just seems like such a much bigger waste of time. In my opinion. I don't know. I really don't. Okay, I need to actually... I wonder if this is enough that I can actually kill the TC with just the archers. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. I'm really thinking that it's going to be the town center, though. Because it's killing the archers, right? Which reduces their DPS. So I don't know. I'm really mad. I'm really mad, by the way. Can you tell? I actually am going to win this one, alright. I judged incorrectly. Yeah, wow. That's right, I forgot about the fact you don't have to completely destroy TC before it ejects them. Okay, come on. So what can I do to further optimize this or make it better? I think I had maybe 1 or 2 more people than I really needed on wood. Like, you remember at one point I had 12 on wood, but I pretty quickly changed that to make up for the lack of gold. That was definitely a big thing, was the lack of gold. And then housing was a slight dampener. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna try this again, but this time, so I'm gonna end the recording and start a new one. I'm gonna try this again, but this time I'm gonna move it to normal speed. Maybe the slow speed was just messing with my head too much and causing me to make bad decisions. I'm not sure. I really, it's hard for me to see doing this any better. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next part.